Hi, I'm Kris King, and I'd like to welcome you to our very first blog. There is a first time for everything that we do in life, and this is the first time for me to talk with you through electronics. Yikes! Blogging, video clips, internet radio shows, all are new to me. Exciting and sweat-inducing too. I'm definitely on my growing edge these days, expanding my comfort zone, doing things I have never done before. Over the years, we've had so many requests for these kinds of connections, and honestly, we were not technologically savvy enough to do it. Even now, it is a leap and a heart-thumping stretch. The intention of this blog is to stay connected and inspired as lifelong learners, with a flow of information and ideas both ways, from us to you and from you to us. This is an unfolding creative process, so be ready for changes. The plan right now is to have a new blog entry each week and a new video clip once a month. I'm asking you to support this being a valuable experience for all of us by giving us suggestions about what you want to explore, as well as feedback about what works and what does not. I'm excited, as well as a bit nervous right this minute, and the excitement is winning. So, here goes. I want to pose a question. What if your real job is to have a great life? I'll say that again. What if your real job is to have a great life? Open the doors of your heart and mind to this question. Ask yourself, what if my job, my real job, is to have a great life? While you're being with that thought, I want to share one of my favorite poems by Mary Oliver with you. It's titled Wild Geese. You do not have to be good. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. What if your real job is to have a great life? Not to fill your parents' expectations, not to prove anything to anyone, not to think small and play it safe, not to get a college degree or degrees, not to get a well-paying job that withers your soul so you can pay the bills, not to hold yourself responsible for everyone else's well-being and forget your own, not to miss your children growing up because you're at work, not to be so exhausted because you say yes when what you really want to say is no. And not to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. What if your real job is to have a great life? Have you ever noticed that so many people seem to be sleepwalking through their lives, doing the same patterns of behavior every day, and then wondering why they feel bored and unhappy? Perhaps waiting for something to happen so that things will change. Perhaps you've done that too. I invite you to step out of any pattern now that says, I can do it later. We have no idea how long we'll be here. I believe the universe is always sending us information about what is working and what is not. And when we don't listen or pay attention, the universe sends us louder messages dramatic wake-up calls to get our attention. Accidents, illness, broken relationships, and mishaps. Raising the intensity of the message to such a degree that we have to listen. This is the hard way to change. Yet, in those dramatic moments, sometimes we begin to ask ourselves the questions we won't entertain while we're sleepwalking, going through the motions. We may ask ourselves questions like, am I living fully? Am I loving? Who's going to miss me? Who will I miss? Do I matter? Is there a reason why I'm here? I think it's time to ask these questions now, because I'm still here, you're still here, the clock is ticking, and we don't know how much time we have here, and there's no time like now to get going. How would your life be different if you chose to believe my real job is to have a great life? Take a moment to imagine. I believe when each of us arrived in this life, we were given a job. It's just that nobody told us, they forgot. I believe that our job is to be a happy, healthy, vibrant human being making a contribution. If I had known that, I wouldn't have doubted myself so much, and I would have made very different decisions along the way. How about you? Let's see what Random House Dictionary has to say about each of these pieces. Happy, fortunate, effective, well-being, contentment, joyous. Are you happy? Healthy, soundness and vigor of the body and mind, freedom from disease or ailment. Are you healthy? Vibrant, pulsating with energy, resonant, passionate. Are you vibrantly alive? Contribute, to give in common with others, to play a significant part in bringing about a result. Are you using your gifts and talents to create positive results for yourself and others? Would you sign up for this job description? To be content and joyous, vigorous in body and mind, pulsating with passion, and using your gifts and talents for the highest good. I say yes, sign me up. Now is always the time to have a great life, no matter what the circumstances. Remember Mary Oliver's words, whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. What will you do right now, today, to step into the life you have always dreamed of living? Because one step takes you from dreaming to reality. Until the next time.